2 Kings chapter 23. And the sovereign sent, and they gathered all the elders of Yehuda and Yerushalayim to him. And the sovereign went up to the house of Yah with all the men of Yehuda, and all the inhabitants of Yerushalayim with him, and the priests and all the prophets, and all the people, both small and great, and read in their hearing all the words of the book of the covenant which had been found in the house of Yah. And the sovereign stood by the column and made a covenant before Yah, to follow Yah and to guard his commands, and his witnesses and his laws, and all his heart and all his being, to establish the words of this covenant that were written in this book. And all the people stood to the covenant. And the sovereign commanded Hilkiyahu the high priest, and the priests of the second order, and the doorkeepers, to bring out the hekel of Yah, all the objects that were made for Baal and for Asherah and for all the hosts of the heavens. And he burned them outside Yerushalayim in the fields of Kidron, and took their ashes to Bethel. And he put down the black-robed priests, whom the sovereigns of Yehuda had appointed to burn incense on the high places in the cities of Yehuda, and in the places all around Yerushalayim, and those who burned incense to Baal, and to the sun, and to the moon, and to the constellations, and to all the hosts of the heavens. And he brought out the Asherah from the house of Yah to the Wadi Kidron outside Yerushalayim, and burned it at the Wadi Kidron, and ground it to ashes, and threw its ashes on the burial sites of the sons of the people. And he broke down the houses of the male coat prostitute that were in the house of Yah, where the women wove tapestries for the Asherah. And he brought all the priests from the high cities of Yehuda, and defiled the high places where the priests had burned incense, from Geba to Beersheba, and broke down the high places at the gates which were at the entrance of the gate of Yahusha, the governor of the city, which were to the left of the city gate. However, the priests of the high places did not come up to the slaughter place of Yah in Yerushalayim, but they ate unleavened bread among their brothers. And he defiled Topheth, which is in the valley of the son of Hinnom, so that no man could make his son or his daughter pass through the fire to Molech. And he did away with the horses that the sovereigns of Yehuda had given to the sun at the entrance to the house of Yah, by the room of Nathan Melech the eunuch, that were in the court. And he burned the chariots of the sun with fire. In the slaughter places that were on the roof of the upper room of Ahaz, which the sovereign of Yehuda had made, and the slaughter places which Manasseh had made in the two courtyards of the house of Yah, the sovereign broke down and rushed from there, and threw their dust into the Wadi Kidron. And the sovereign defiled the high places that were before Yerushalayim, which were on the right hand of the mountain of destruction, which Shlomo, sovereign of Israel, built for Ashtoreth, the abomination of the Sidonians, and for Chemosh, the abomination of the Moabites, and for Milcom, the abomination of the children of Ammon. And he broke in pieces the pillars, and cut down the Asherim, and filled their places with the bones of men, and also the slaughter place that was at Bethel, in the high place which Jeroboam son of Nebat made, which he made Israel sin. Both that slaughter place and the high place he broke down. And he burned the high place and ground it to dust, and burned the Asherah. Then Yoshiyahu turned and saw the burial sites that were there on the mountain. And he sent and took the bones out of the burial sites, and burned them on the slaughter place, and defiled it according to the word of Yah, which the man of Elohim proclaimed, whom proclaimed these words. And he said, What tombstone is this that I see? And the men of the city said to him, It is the burial site of the man of Elohim, who came from Yehuda to proclaim these matters which you have done against the slaughter place of Bethel. And he said, Let him alone, let no one move his bones. So they left his bones alone, with the bones of the prophet who came from Shomeron. And Yoshiyahu also took away all the houses of the high places that were in the cities of Shomeron, which the sovereigns of Israel had made to provoke. And he did to them according to all the deeds he did in Bethel. And he slaughtered all the priests of the high places who were there on the slaughter places. and burned men's bones on them, and went back to Yerushalayim. And the sovereign commanded all the people, saying, Prepare the Pesach to Yah, your Elohim, as it is written in this book of the covenant. For such a Pesach has not been prepared since the days of the rulers who ruled Israel, nor in all the days of the sovereigns of Israel and the sovereigns of Yehudah. But in the 18th year of the sovereign of Yoshiyahu, this Pesach was prepared before Yah in Yerushalayim. And also Yoshiyahu put away those who consulted mediums and spiritists, and the household mighty ones, and idols, and all the abominations that were seen in the land of Yehudah and in Yerushalayim, in order to establish the words of the Torah, which were written in the book that Hilkiyahu the priest found in the house of Yah. And before him there was no sovereign like him, who turned back to Yah with all his heart, and with all his being, and with all his might, according to all the Torah of Moshe. And after him none rose up like him. However, Yah did not turn from the fierceness of his great wrath, with which his wrath burned against Yehudah, because of all the provocations with which Manasseh had provoked him. And Yah said, Even Yehudah I shall remove from my presence, as I have removed Israel. And I shall reject this city, Yerushalayim, which I have chosen, in the house of which I said, My name is there. And the rest of the acts of Yoshiyahu, and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the annals of the sovereigns of Yehudah? In his days, Pharaoh Necho, sovereign of Mitzrayim, went up against the sovereign of Asher to the river Euphrates. And sovereign Yoshiyahu went out to him, and he killed him at Megiddo when he saw him. And his servants conveyed his body in a chariot from Megiddo, and brought him to Yerushalayim, and buried him in his own burial place. And the people of the land took Jehoahaz, son of Yoshiyahu, and anointed him, and set him up to reign in his father's place. Jehoahaz was 23 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 3 new moons in Yerushalayim. And his mother's name was Hamutal, the daughter of Yirmiyahu of Libnah. And he did evil in the eyes of Yah, according to all that his fathers did. And Pharaoh Necho imprisoned him at Riblah in the land of Hamath, to keep him from reigning in Yerushalayim. And he imposed on the land a fine of 100 talents of silver and a talent of gold. And Pharaoh Necho set up Eliakim, son of Yoshiyahu, to reign in place of his father Yoshiyahu, and changed his name to Yehoiakim. And Pharaoh took Jehoahaz and went to Mitzrayim, and he died there. And Yehoiakim gave the silver and gold to Pharaoh. Only he taxed the land to give silver according to the mouth of Pharaoh. He exacted the silver and gold from the people of the land, from everyone according to his assessment, to give it to Pharaoh Necho. Jehoiakim was 25 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 11 years in Yerushalayim. And his mother's name was Zebidah, daughter of Pedaiah of Rumah, and he did evil in the eyes of Yah, according to all that his fathers did.